Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the Book Summary Podcast. We're diving deep today.
Deep.
What color is your parachute?
Yeah.
This book has been around since 1970
Wow.
and gets updated every year. So right off the bat,
Every year.
that tells you something. This isn't some dusty old advice.
Right.
This is a book that has kept pace with how work has changed.
It really has. The job market has gone through some major shifts,
Leisure.
especially since 2008. And this book doesn't just help you find any job. It
Right.
helps you find work that's actually meaningful
Meaningful.
for you in this crazy, fast-paced world we're living in.
Yeah, and that's key, right? It's not just about getting a paycheck.
It's not.
It's about finding something that you don't totally dread doing
Exactly.
for, a third of your
A
life.
third of your life. That's a lot.
Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if that resonates with you. Because this deep dive is going to be packed with insights to help you do just that.
Absolutely. One of the first things the book really drives home
Yeah.
is how much the job hunt itself has changed.
Okay.
The average length of time that people are spending looking for work
Wow.
has skyrocketed since 2008.
Skyrocketed.
We're talking about people taking over a year,
Over a year.
sometimes much longer to find something.
Wow. That's discouraging,
It
to
is.
say the least. What's behind that shift? Is it just the economy being rough?
Ew.
Or is there something more fundamental going on?
I think there are a few factors at play.
Okay.
Part-time and temporary work have become much more common.
Right.
So people are jumping between gigs more often.
Yeah.
But it's also about automation, changing the landscape. Certain jobs are simply disappearing
Oh, wow.
as technology is taking over some tasks.
So that's the robot takeover everyone's been talking about.
It is.
It's kind of unnerving to think about, honestly.
Yeah.
The book even mentions that by 2020, 40%
40%.
of the U.S. workforce was predicted to be freelancers.
Freelancer.
That's almost half the country working gig to gig.
Wow.
So does the book have any advice on how to deal with that kind of unpredictable future?
It absolutely does.
Okay.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
What color is your parachute? Doesn't tell you to hide from the robots.
Okay.
It says we need to partner with them.
Partner.
The future of work is all about figuring out how humans and machines can
Okay.
work together.
Okay, so a partnership, huh?
A partnership.
So it's less about fighting for the jobs that are left
Less about that.
and more about figuring out where we fit in
Yeah,
to this whole new way of working.
exactly. Think about how much we already rely on machines in our daily lives. Our smartphones are full of sensors,
Right.
constantly collecting data and shaping our experiences.
Yeah.
The book argues that instead of fearing technology,
Yeah.
we need to learn the new skills that will allow us to thrive alongside it.
So it's not about becoming a robot yourself,
No,
but about finding your human strength in a world that's increasingly automated.
it is.
It kind of reminds me of how people said the internet would kill bookstores.
Right.
But then independent shops had a resurgence by offering curated selections and a sense of community that you don't get online.
I see that.
Maybe this is similar.
It could be.
Finding those uniquely human skills that machines can't replicate.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
And what color is your parachute? Gives you a powerful tool
Oh, good.
to figure out what those skills are for you specifically.
Okay.
It's called the flower exercise.
Ooh, the flower exercise.
Yes.
I've heard about this. It's supposed to be really insightful, right?
It is.
What kind of self-inventory are we talking about here?
Okay.
Is it like those personality quizzes that tell you what kind of bread you are?
It's a bit more in depth than that.
Okay.
The flower exercise helps you dig into your skills,
Uh-huh.
your interests, and most importantly, your values. Okay.
What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing?
Right.
And what kind of impact do you want to make on the world?
Okay, so it's not just about finding a job.
No.
It's about finding a job that fits you on a deeper level.
It is.
No wonder this book has been so popular for so long.
Right.
It's like it's helping people find their purpose,
Their purpose.
not just their next paycheck.
Exactly. And the book makes a pretty bold claim.
Okay.
When people really understand themselves of what they're looking for,
Yeah.
their job hunt is way more successful.
Okay.
We're talking 84% success rate,
84%.
84%.
Wow.
Compare that to other methods.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say it's a night and day difference.
That's seriously impressive.
It is.
It makes you wonder how many people are out there just throwing resumes
Yeah.
at any job they see instead of taking the time to figure out
Right.
what they really want.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've done this deep dive into ourselves.
Yes.
With the flower exercise.
We know what we want. Time to dust off the old resume, right?
Okay.
That's the next step.
Here's where, what color is your parachute? Throws a bit of a curveball.
Oh.
It actually says that resumes are,
Okay.
and I quote, a lousy way to go about finding a job.
Wait, what? Hold on.
I know, right?
Did I hear that right?
You did.
A lousy way to find a job.
A lousy way.
But resumes are like the go-to.
Oh, no.
Everyone has one.
I know, it's a pretty shocking statement.
It is.
But the book explains that while resumes are good for organizing your info
Okay.
and maybe getting your foot in the door,
Uh-huh.
they're not what actually lands you the job.
Okay.
Think about it. How many resumes do hiring managers see every day?
So many.
Yours has to really stand out.
Right.
You gotta be.
So if resumes are out,
Mhm.
what's in? What does the book recommend instead?
It talks about
Don't
something.
leave us hanging here.
It talks about something called the Google resume,
Okay.
which is essentially your online presence. We're talking LinkedIn, social media, blogs,
Right.
even YouTube videos.
Wow.
It's all part of your professional image now.
So it's like your digital footprint is the new resume.
It is.
You're not just a piece of paper anymore.
Nope.
You're a whole online persona.
You are a whole online persona. And having a strong LinkedIn profile is crucial,
Okay?
especially if you use keywords
Yeah.
that potential employers are likely to search for.
Right.
It's all about making it easy for them to find you.
That makes sense in the digital age.
Yeah.
You're not just sending your resume out into the void.
Right.
You're putting yourself out there where people are already looking.
Exactly.
So we've got self-inventory with the flower exercise
Uh-huh.
and building a strong online presence.
Yes.
What other job hunting methods does the book talk about?
Well, it actually ranks a bunch of different methods,
Okay.
from worst to best.
Okay.
And the results are pretty surprising.
Like what?
For example, applying to online job postings,
Yeah.
probably what most people do first. Right.
Has a dismal success rate of only 4%.
4%. Seriously. That's worse than I thought. Why is it so ineffective?
Well,
Is it just that there's too much competition?
it's partly that, yes.
Right.
You're just one resume in a giant pile.
Right.
But the book also emphasizes that a lot of companies
Yeah.
don't even fill positions through those online postings.
Oh, wow.
It's more about who you know and who can vouch for you.
So it's all about networking then.
Networking is key.
Not just who you know, but who they know, and so on and so on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Building relationships is key.
Okay.
The book even recommends joining a job club
Okay.
with a structured program because
Yeah.
that kind of focused support and accountability
Yeah.
can make a huge difference.
Huge.
Apparently, it's 10 times more successful
End time.
than just relying on a resume.
Okay, that's a stat I can get behind.
Right.
What else is on that list of effective methods? Spill the beans.
Believe it or not, knocking on doors of small businesses. Wait, seriously?
Seriously.
Like just showing up and saying, hey, are you hiring?
pretty much.
Does that actually work in this day and age?
Apparently it can.
Wow.
Especially with smaller companies that might not have
Right.
formal HR departments or online application systems.
Right.
It shows initiative and lets you make a personal connection
Right off the bat.
right off the bat.
Okay, I'm getting the sense that what color is your parachute
Yeah.
is all about being proactive
Proactive.
and taking control of your job hunt
Yes,
rather than just passively waiting for something to fall into your lap.
it is.
No more sitting at home refreshing job boards.
Nope.
It's time to get out there and make things happen.
You got it. And speaking of getting out there,
Yeah.
the book has some interesting things to say about the interview process itself.
Yeah.
It compares job interviews to dating.
Okay.
It's about finding a mutual fit,
Okay.
not just trying to impress the other person.
A mutual fit.
A mutual fit.
So it's not just about convincing the employer
Yeah.
that you're the best candidate,
It's not.
but also about figuring out if they're the right fit for you.
Precisely. It's a two-way street.
Okay.
And the book stresses the importance of being prepared
Okay.
to answer those common interview questions,
Yeah.
being able to give specific examples from your past
Yeah.
that show off your skills and experience.
So no more vague answers.
No more vague
Something like,
stuff.
I'm a hard worker or I'm a team player.
No.
It's all about backing up your claims with real-life examples.
Real life examples. Show, don't tell.
Show, don't tell.
And here's a tip a lot of people forget.
Okay.
Send a thank you note after every interview.
A thank you note.
A thank you note.
Does that really make a difference these days?
You'd be surprised.
I feel like it's kind of old-fashioned.
It might seem old-fashioned.
Yeah.
But in a world where most people don't bother,
Right.
a thoughtful thank you note can leave a lasting impression.
Okay.
And show that you're genuinely interested.
Okay, noted. What about the dreaded salary negotiation?
Oh, salary negotiation.
Any secrets from What Color's Your Parachute
I've got a big one.
on how to get the best possible offer?
Here's a big one. The book says you should never be the first one to mention a specific number.
Hey.
It can actually hurt you in the negotiation.
Really? Why is that?
It's like showing your hand too early in a poker game.
Okay.
You want the employer to make the first move so you have a better idea of their budget.
So what do you do if they press you for a number? Do you just awkwardly dodge the question?
The book has a clever countermove.
Oh, well, good.
You can say something like,
Right.
well, you created this position,
Yeah.
so you must have a salary range in mind.
Right.
I'd be interested to hear what that is.
Ooh, smooth.
Be smooth.
That puts the ball back in their court without making you seem evasive.
Exactly.
Does the book also have advice on researching
It does.
typical salaries for your field
It does.
and the organization you're interviewing with? So you know if their offer is reasonable.
It stresses the importance of doing your homework
Okay.
and knowing your worth before you walk into any negotiation.
Okay.
You need to be able to confidently justify
Yeah.
why you deserve a certain salary.
That makes sense.
Right.
Knowledge is power,
It is.
especially when it comes to salary negotiation.
Yes.
You need to be able to back up your ask with solid data.
Solid data.
Makes sense.
Hey,
So we've covered a lot of practical tips,
we have.
but I'm curious about the bigger picture.
Okay.
Does What Color Is Your Parachute just help you find a job? Or does it also delve into finding your true calling?
It does.
Like what you're meant to do in the world?
It absolutely goes there.
Yeah.
It's not just about finding any old job.
Right.
It's about finding work that aligns with your values, your passions, and your unique talents.
Okay.
It's about making a meaningful contribution to the world,
Right.
not just collecting a paycheck.
And that, my friends, is what it's all about.
It is.
If you're loving this deep dive into What Color's Your Parachute so far,
Yeah,
don't forget to hit that like button.
definitely.
And subscribe to the channel for more insightful book summaries just like this one.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Welcome back, everyone. We're continuing our deep dive into What Color Is Your Parachute?
Yes.
The job hunting classic that's helped millions find fulfilling careers.
It has.
Before the break, we were talking about
Yeah.
the book's emphasis on finding work
Uh-huh.
that aligns with your values and passions.
Yes.
Not just settling for any old job.
Right.
It's a really powerful message.
It is.
And it's what makes this book so much more than just a practical guide
Right.
to resumes and interviews.
It's about
It's about taking control of your career
yeah.
and designing a work life that truly reflects who you are
Exactly.
and what you want to achieve.
I love that.
It's like instead of just accepting whatever the job market throws at you,
You're actively creating a career that's meaningful to you.
you are.
Speaking of creating,
Yes,
we were talking about how the book kind of throws the traditional resume under the bus.
it does.
But resumes aren't going away completely, are they?
They're definitely still around,
Okay.
but the book acknowledges that their role has changed,
Okay.
especially with the rise of online platforms like LinkedIn.
Right.
It's less about that single piece of paper now
Right.
and more about creating a comprehensive online presence.
Right. We talked about the Google resume before the break.
Yes,
It's like your online persona is the new resume.
it is.
Can you break down exactly what that means?
Sure.
What elements make up a strong Google resume?
Think of it as everything that pops up.
Yep.
When someone searches for your name online.
Okay.
Your LinkedIn profile is a big one,
Yeah.
of course, but it also includes your social media activity,
Uh-huh.
any blogs or websites you might have,
Right.
even videos you've uploaded to platforms like YouTube.
It's like a digital portfolio. It is. That showcases your skills and experience
Yeah.
in a way that a traditional resume just can't do.
Right.
You can really bring your work to life online.
You can. It's about showing your personality,
Uh-huh.
your expertise, and your passions
Yeah.
in a way that captures the attention of potential employers.
Right.
You're not just a name on a page anymore. You're a multi-dimensional individual with a story to tell.
And stories are engaging, right?
They are.
They stick with people more than just bullet points on a resume.
Definitely.
So where should people start if they want to build a strong Google resume?
Okay.
What are the most important elements?
LinkedIn is a must-have.
Okay.
The book really emphasizes creating a compelling LinkedIn profile
Right.
that highlights your skills and experience
Yeah.
using keywords that recruiters are likely to search for.
So it's not just about having a profile.
No.
It's about optimizing it for search engines.
Yes.
It's like SEO for your career.
It is like SEO for your career.
What about social media?
Oh,
Is it important to be active on platforms like Twitter and Facebook for job hunting? I feel like there's a fine line
yeah.
between being visible and oversharing.
The book definitely cautions against posting anything
Okay.
that could be perceived as unprofessional,
Right.
but it also recognizes the power of social media
Yeah.
to connect with people in your field,
Uh-huh.
showcase your expertise,
Okay.
and even share your thoughts and insights on industry trends.
So it's about curating a professional image
It is.
that aligns with the kind of work you're seeking.
Yeah.
You're not just sharing cat videos.
No cat video.
You're contributing to the conversation in your field.
You are contributing. It's about showing that you're engaged
Right.
and passionate about your work.
Right.
And it's a great way to build relationships with
Yeah.
people who might one day be your colleagues.
Right.
Or even your bosses.
The book also mentions blogs and websites.
It-
Are those still relevant for job hunting in the age of social media?
They can be incredibly valuable.
Okay.
A blog or a website is a great way to establish yourself
Okay.
as a thought leader in your field.
Right.
By writing articles, sharing insights,
Hmm.
and engaging in discussions relevant to your industry.
Okay.
You demonstrate your expertise and
Yeah.
commitment to potential employers.
It's like creating your own platform
It is.
where you control the narrative
Uh-huh.
and showcase your unique perspective.
Yeah.
And unlike social media,
Right.
you own the content
You do.
and it's not subject to the whims of algorithms.
Exactly. It's a more permanent
Yeah.
and professional space to share your work
Right.
and build your brand.
What about videos?
Hmm.
The book talks about YouTube as a valuable tool.
It is.
How can videos help with the job search?
Videos are a fantastic way
Okay.
to showcase your personality and communication skills.
Yeah.
You can create videos discussing your expertise, sharing tips, or even giving presentations. It's a much more dynamic and engaging way
Yeah.
to present yourself than a traditional resume.
It's like bringing your resume to life.
It is.
It's one thing to read about someone's skills and experience, but it's another thing entirely to see and hear them in action.
Total.
Plus, videos can get shared widely,
They can.
so you might reach people you never even considered before.
You're right. And in today's visually driven world,
Right.
videos can be incredibly powerful tools
Yeah.
for making a memorable impression.
Right.
Imagine a potential employer watching your video and
Yeah.
thinking, wow, I need to meet this person.
So we've talked a lot about building your online presence.
Yes?
But what about offline strategies?
Okay.
Does what color is your parachute just dismiss traditional networking
It doesn't.
and job hunting methods as outdated?
Not at all.
Okay.
It actually emphasizes the importance of
Okay.
face-to-face interaction,
Uh-huh.
building relationships in person.
Okay, it's about striking a balance
Okay.
between the digital and the real world.
So it's not all about being glued to your computer screen.
It is not.
Okay, good.
The book encourages job seekers to attend industry events,
Okay.
join professional organizations,
Yeah.
and even consider
Okay.
the often overlooked strategy of knocking on doors.
Seriously,
Seriously.
it's still a thing
It is.
of small businesses.
It can be a really good strategy.
Wow, okay.
It's about putting yourself out there
Yeah.
in the real world
Mhm.
and making connections with people who can help you advance your career.
Knocking on doors, that sounds a little daunting,
It can be.
but I guess it could be a way to stand out from the crowd and show real initiative.
Exactly. It's about taking a proactive approach
Okay.
and showing potential employers that you're genuinely interested
Right.
in working with them.
Okay.
And sometimes that personal touch can make all the difference.
What color is your parachute? Also mention something.
Called informational interviewing. What exactly is that?
This.
Is it like a job interview,
Okay.
but just for information?
It's a fantastic strategy for gathering information
Okay.
and making connections.
Okay.
It involves reaching out to people who work in your field of interest
Right.
and requesting a brief informational meeting
Okay.
to learn more about their career path,
Uh-huh.
the industry, and any advice they might have.
So it's less about asking for a job
Less about that.
And more about gaining insights and building relationships.
Exactly. And it can be incredibly valuable for discovering hidden job opportunities
Oh, wow.
that might not be advertised publicly.
Okay.
Sometimes just talking to people who are already doing what you want to do
Right.
can open doors you never knew existed.
That's a great tip.
It is.
It's like instead of just throwing your resume out there randomly,
Right.
you're strategically building relationships
Yeah.
with people who can actually help you get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
The book also mentioned something called job clubs.
It does.
Can you explain what those are
Sure.
and how they can be helpful in the job hunt?
Job clubs are groups of job seekers
Okay.
who meet regularly to support each other, share resources, and practice interview skills.
Right.
The book highlights the effectiveness of these clubs,
Okay.
especially those with a structured program
Okay.
that guides participants through the job hunting process.
So it's like having a built-in support system
It is.
to help you stay motivated and focused.
Yes.
Because job hunting can be a pretty lonely
It can.
and isolating experience,
It can be.
especially if you're doing it all on your own.
Absolutely. And it provides a valuable sense of community
Right.
during what can often be a stressful and challenging time.
Yeah.
It's like having a team of cheerleaders
Right.
who understand exactly what you're going through
Yeah.
and can offer encouragement and advice.
I can see how that would make a huge difference.
It can.
It's easy to get discouraged when you're facing rejection after rejection.
Yeah.
But having a group of people who are going through the same thing
Right.
can help you stay positive and focused on your goals.
For sure.
We've covered so much ground already,
We have.
from building your online presence to networking
Yes.
and informational interviews.
Uh-huh.
But let's not forget about the actual interview process itself.
Right.
Does What Color Is Your Parachute have any tips on how to ace an interview?
It definitely does.
Okay, let's hear it.
It starts by comparing job interviews to dating,
Okay.
emphasizing that it's all about finding a mutual fit.
Yeah.
You're not just trying to impress the employer.
Right.
You're also trying to figure out if they're the right fit for you.
So it's not just about being a good interviewee.
It's not?
It's about being a good interviewer yourself.
Yes.
You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a two-way street.
Okay.
And the book emphasizes the importance of preparing for those common interview questions.
Right.
And having specific examples from your past
Yeah.
that demonstrate your skills and experience.
So no more vague answers
So-
like I'm a hard worker or I'm a team player.
Yeah.
It's all about concrete examples
Yes.
that show rather than tell.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Back up your claims with real-life stories
Okay.
that demonstrate your abilities.
Right.
And don't forget the small things, like
Okay.
sending a thank you note after every interview.
That's right. We talked about thank you notes earlier.
We did.
It seems like such a small thing,
It does.
but the book makes a big deal about it.
Yeah.
Why is that?
In a world where many people skip this step,
Right.
a thoughtful thank you note can really set you apart
Okay.
and show your genuine interest.
Okay.
It's a simple gesture that can leave a lasting impression on the interviewer.
Okay. Noted. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Salary negotiation.
Salary negotiation.
Any secrets from What Color Is Your Parachute on how to negotiate a fair salary?
Here's a valuable tip.
Right.
The book advises against being the first one
Mhm.
to mention a specific salary figure.
Okay.
It can actually put you at a disadvantage in the negotiation.
Really? Why is that? Wouldn't you want to set the bar high?
It's like showing your hand too early in a poker game.
Oh, okay.
You want to gather as much information as possible
Okay.
before revealing your expectations.
Right.
Let the employer make the first offer
Okay.
so you can gauge their budget
Uh-huh.
and negotiate from a position of strength.
So what do you do if they press you for a number?
Mm-hmm.
Do you just politely decline to answer?
The book recommends a clever counter move.
Oh,
You can say something like,
Oh.
okay, well, you created this position,
Yeah.
so you must have a salary range in mind.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to hear what that is.
ooh, that's a good one.
It is a good one.
It deflects the question without making you seem evasive.
Exactly.
Does the book also offer any advice on researching
It does.
typical salaries for your field,
Yes.
the organization you're interviewing with?
It absolutely does.
Mhm.
It stresses the importance of doing your homework
Okay.
and understanding the salary landscape before entering a negotiation.
Okay.
You need to be able to confidently justify why you deserve a certain salary
Yeah,
based on your skills, experience,
Right.
and the market value of your role.
that makes perfect sense.
Yes,
Knowledge is power,
it is.
especially when it comes to salary negotiation.
Yes,
You need to be able to back up your ask with solid data.
you do.
So we've covered a lot of practical tips for finding a job,
We have.
but I'm curious about the bigger picture.
Okay.
Does what color is your parachute just help you find a job? Or does it also delve into finding your true calling
It does.
or purpose in work?
It absolutely does.
Okay.
It goes beyond just finding a job.
Oh.
It's about finding fulfilling work that aligns with your values and makes you feel like you're making a meaningful contribution.
Right.
It revisits the flower exercise
Right.
and explains how it helps you uncover
Yeah.
your values, purpose,
Oh.
and ideal work environment.
Wow.
It's not just about paying the bills. It's about finding a career path
Right.
that truly resonates with who you are.
And that, my friends, is what it's all about.
It is.
If you're enjoying this deep dive into what color is your parachute,
Yes.
don't forget to hit that like button
Hit that button.
and subscribe to our channel for more insightful book summaries just like this one.
Yes.
We'll be right back after a quick break to wrap up this episode with some final thoughts. Welcome back to the Book Summary Podcast, everyone. We are wrapping up our deep dive into what color is your parachute.
Yes, we are.
This book that's not just about landing a job,
It's not.
but landing a life that you love.
That's really what it comes down to, isn't it?
It is.
It's not just about paying the bills.
Yeah.
It's about finding work that gives you a sense of purpose,
Uh-huh.
a sense of belonging,
Yeah.
a sense that you're making a real difference in the world.
Before the break, we were talking about
Yes.
the emotional side of job hunting.
Yes.
And how this book doesn't shy away from the tough stuff.
It doesn't.
The stress, the self-doubt,
Right.
the inevitable rejections
Mhm.
we all face along the way.
It's so important to acknowledge that side of things
It is.
because job hunting can be a real emotional roller coaster.
It can.
And if you're not taking care of your mental and emotional well-being,
Right.
it's going to impact every aspect of your search.
Right. You can have the perfect resume
Yeah.
and the most impressive skills.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're showing up to interviews
Mm-hmm.
feeling defeated or burnt out,
Yeah.
it's going to show.
Oh.
The book really emphasizes self-care, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It encourages job seekers to prioritize
Yeah.
their physical and mental health,
Uh-huh.
just like they would if they were training for a marathon.
Right.
Get enough sleep,
Yeah.
eat nourishing foods,
Right.
move your body,
Uh-huh.
spend time in nature.
Yeah.
These things aren't just good for your overall well-being.
Right.
They're essential for staying energized
Yeah.
and focused throughout the job search.
And it's not selfish to take care of yourself.
No, it's not.
It's actually the most selfless thing you can do.
It is.
Because when you're feeling your best,
Yes.
you're able to show up more fully for yourself
Right.
and for the opportunities that come your way.
Exactly. And self-care isn't just about bubble baths and face masks. It's
Yeah.
also about setting boundaries,
Yeah.
managing your energy, and
Yeah.
saying no to things that drain you.
Yeah.
It's about creating a space for yourself to recharge
Right?
and refocus so you can approach your job search with clarity and enthusiasm.
And speaking of clarity, the book talks a lot
Yes.
about the importance of self-awareness.
Yes, it does.
That whole flower exercise
Right.
is all about digging deep and understanding your values, your skills, your
Mhm.
passions, and what you truly want out of a career.
It's such a powerful exercise.
It is.
And it's really the foundation of everything else in the book.
Yeah.
Because once you know what you're looking for,
Right.
you can start to target your job search more effectively.
Right.
You're not just applying for any job that comes along.
Right.
You're intentionally seeking out opportunities
Yeah.
that align with your goals and values.
And that's where the magic happens.
It is.
When you find work that's not just a job,
Exactly.
but a true expression of who you are
It is.
and what you care about.
Exactly. And that's what makes What Color is Your Parachute so much more
Right.
than just a job hunting guide.
It's a guide to life.
It's a guide to finding your purpose, your passion, your place in the world.
Yes.
It's about creating a career that's both successful and personally meaningful.
And that's something we can all aspire to,
We can.
no matter what stage of our career we're in. So as we wrap up our deep dive
Yeah.
into this incredible book,
Okay.
what's the one key takeaway you hope our listeners will remember?
I think the most important message
Right.
is that you have the power to create a fulfilling career
Ah.
that utilizes your unique skills and talents.
Yeah.
It might not be easy,
Right.
and it might take time and effort,
Yeah.
but it's definitely achievable.
Right.
And what color is your parachute? is here to guide you
Every step of the way.
every step of the way.
That's a beautiful message to end on.
It is.
Don't settle for just any job.
No.
Go after the work that makes you feel alive,
Alive.
engaged, and excited to contribute your unique talents to the world.
Yes.
And if you're feeling lost or overwhelmed, remember that you're not alone.
You're not.
What Color is Your Parachute has been helping people find their way
It has.
for over 50 years.
Wow.
And it's still as relevant and inspiring today
It is.
as it was when it was first published.
It's a timeless classic for a reason.
Absolutely. So we highly recommend checking it out.
Please do.
And if you're enjoying these deep dives into life-changing books,
Yeah.
don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell
Hit that bell.
so you don't miss out on our future episodes. We've got some amazing books lined up,
We do.
and we can't wait to share them with you.
We can't wait.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pursuing your dreams.